Hi, welcome to lessonswithtroy.com. I'm Troy Brenningmeyer. Well, today's lesson is called 36 Licks for Slow Songs and Ballads. It's tailored for the beginning to intermediate player. And if you bought the lesson, it comes with quite a few things. It comes with 7 pages of tablature covering all 36 licks with the right hand fingering and the chords above each lick. And it also comes with MP3 practice tracks. And the way that I'm going to structure this lesson is I'm going to show you about 3 licks at a time. And all these licks are in GBD tuning. They're all in the key of G. And what it is say if I show you 3 licks, one lick will be over a G chord, and I'll show you how to change that lick up just a little bit and put it over a C chord and do the same thing over a D chord and sometimes even over a G7 chord. And I'm really going to talk too about what beat you start these licks on, and I think that's real imperative, especially if you're playing backup playing, to kind of anticipate the chord and to lead you into whatever chord you're getting ready to play over. Well, you got a lot to cover, so let's go ahead and get started with this first lick. Okay, well, let's try these with the practice tracks. And remember, it's just a 12-bar blues, but if you don't have the form of a 12-bar blues in your head, I've included a PDF of the chord chart so you can kind of see, how these chords go along. But I'm just going to review just a little bit. But like I said, if you don't have this form in your head, it's going to be kind of confusing where these chord changes are happening. But here's what it's going to sound like. It's going to be G for 4 measures. It's going to be G, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3. Then we're going to C, 2, 3, 4, C. Back to G for 2 measure. G, 2, 3, D. C to G, 2, 3, 4, G. Okay, that's just a real common form called a 12-bar blues form. It's 12 measures long. And let's go ahead and try this. We're going to work on licks 4, 5, and 6. Lick 4, remember, is over the G chord. Lick 5 is over the C chord. Lick 6 is over the D chord. Okay, we're not going to get into lick 7 or lick 8 just yet, but let's go ahead and try this. Here we go. Play along with me if you can. I'll count you off. 2, 1, 2, 3. It's lick 4. 1, 2, 3. Here's lick 5. 1, 2. 1, 2, lick 4. Comes lick 6. 2, 3. Back to lick 4. Try again. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 5, 2, 3. Back to lick 4, 2, 3. Comes lick 6, 2, 3. Okay, so real quick, as you could tell, the D chord is just for a measure and the C chord's for a measure. But this lick is a 2-measure lick. So what I did is I just 2, 3. Oh. There's over the D chord, and then there's over the C chord. So I just kind of use part of that lick, and you can do that too. Just use, just part of that lick to define the chord. Okay. Now, if we're going to put in lick 7 and lick 8, we can do that too. Basically, it's real simple. Anytime you have a G chord, you could either use lick 4 or you could use lick 7. Those are both G chord licks. And it's cool to use if that, like in the first part, you could use lick 4 and then use lick 7, and it'd sound real nice. There's lick 4, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Right? And what you can do is you could use lick 7, and then right before you go into that C lick, right? See how I basically lick 8 is like lick 7, except we're going to walk it down to that F natural. Just like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play through this and kind of call out what licks I'm going to be playing. Okay, let's try this again. Here we go. 1, 2, 1. Here's lick. Maybe call out what that was lick 4. So let's try that. It's kind of hard to talk and play at the same time. Okay, here we go. It's going to count us off. I'll start off with lick 4. 2, 1, 2, 3. Lick 7. See how we moved down to that F natural? It's over the C chord. It's over the D chord. You can kind of mess around, change these licks up as you want. 7 is like 4. Okay, it's kind of hard to be talking, right when I'm playing those licks, but hopefully you could hear, when the licks would change. And basically the licks change, right with the chord. I'm making sure when the chord changes, I change, what part of that, what lick I change, So when it's all over the G. See right there, I could slide that down to that F natural right before I go into the C lick. There's a C lick, back to the G lick. To the D lick. Right? To the C lick. To the G lick. Okay, so let's move on to our next set of licks.